Is there a male prenatal pill? Sorry, men, there's no pill. But there is a 90-day male prenatal window. The key determining factors are age, body composition, diet, toxins, and habits that can measurably shape sperm biology, placental programming, and pregnancy outcomes. Preconception stewardship is strategy. Your preconception life becomes her pregnancy load and your child's starting line. What you do today directly writes the code into your future family. Your sperm biology can influence placenta behavior and early development. Are you mind blown yet? Wait for it. Preconception stewardship is strategy. Your preconception life becomes her pregnancy load and your child's starting line. You're a single man desiring a godly marriage and children, and you might be thinking that the quality of your future wife's pregnancies are all about her ability to have your babies. Wrong. Men are thinking, I'll get healthy once we're pregnant. It's all just up to her body anyway. And I'll just take supplements to fix it. I'm just waiting on God to do his thing and bring me my wife. So I'm sitting, then waiting. Science now proves that your habits today not only determine your sperm biology, but you, sir, are communicating placental programming. In other words, daddy plays a significant role in making sure the organ in the womb that's the size of a dinner plate and the lifeline to your baby's health is determined by you. Not only that, what if your contribution determines the quality of pregnancies that your future wife will have? If she has a pretty pregnancy, she can thank you for it. If she has an ugly pregnancy, she has you to thank for the misery too. Stewardship is strategy. You can prepare your body today to honor your future wife and bless your children. Hang tight because we're going where common sense isn't common. She'll do 9 months, but you'll need 90 days. We'll reveal your riskiest habits and the science honest view of nausea, HG, and why it's your fault if she vomits, and how you can start tonight with a simple protocol. Men say they'll change if an issue were to arise, but your passivity today robs your future wife of peace of mind during her future pregnancies with your babies. Your passivity, laziness, ignorance, didn't know or wish you knew is what she'll pay the penance for in the nearly 10 months she's carrying your child in her womb. Your leadership shows up long before conception through choices that either lighten or load her body. So you'll need a standard stronger than your feelings or assumptions. 1 Corinthians 4:20 says, "For the kingdom of God is not a matter of talk, but of power." You have the power now to make an impact in her mind and her body. Men can often minimize their responsibility by reducing faith to passivity, but the kingdom calls for power in action, not excuses. Your discipline is a spiritual witness. You are not waiting, you are building. Your stewardship is love embodied. Stewardship is strategy. What if your future wife's pregnancy nausea and your child's metabolic health are partly shaped before conception by your daily choices? The male prenatal window. New sperm take about 74 days to form and 14 to 21 days to mature and travel. In simple terms, sperm take about 3 months to be made fresh, then a couple of weeks to be ready for their baby-making journey. That means when you optimize your inputs, that is your physical practices and habits for 90 days, you can dramatically transform your contribution biologically and spiritually. Science-backed stories confirm it. Pre-pregnancy detox isn't just a wellness fad. It's a preparation discipline. Medical communities like the American Pregnancy Association and Cytoplan emphasize how detoxing helps release stored toxins from organs and tissues, improving fertility and overall vitality. In plain terms, toxins build up in our bodies like clutter in a garage. The longer they stay, the harder it becomes to park anything new, like a healthy baby plant. A proper detox before conception helps clear that space. So, your bachelor detox isn't vanity, it's wisdom. Flush out what's been stuck so your next chapter starts clean and your contribution runs pure. Dad's inputs, his physical practices, and habits determine the quality of his contribution. Sperm biology, placental programming, and pregnancy outcomes. Before we go further, answer this. What if your body is writing the first chapter of your family's health story before conception even happened? What if the way you treat your body now sets up your future wife for ease or exhaustion and your child for strength or struggle? This isn't just about supplements, it's about stewardship. Stewardship is strategy. First Peter 3, verse 7 says, Husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor. Your body chemistry either lightens or burdens her journey. If you're still here listening, soaking this in right now, you're actively seeking to live with your future wife in an understanding way. Honor is not passive, it's embodied through your stewardship. Understanding is not only emotional, but biological. Your understanding or ignorance prepares her way. The National Institute of Health published research about a father's health before conception. Emerging evidence indicates that paternal health prior to conception significantly influences pregnancy outcomes and offspring health. In his book, The Momentary Marriage, John Piper wrote, Marriage is not just about love, but responsibility. Responsibility that begins even before the wedding night. Isn't pregnancy nausea only determined by her biology? You making a baby is you programming a placenta. Lighten her load. Your future wife's nausea and your child's health are not only her biology, they're impacted by you. Cutting toxins is not a supplement choice, it's covenant stewardship. That stewardship looks like cutting, not just reducing, but fully eliminating nicotine, vapes, cannabis, and alcohol consumption during your 90-day daddy prenatal window. You can detox to reduce toxins, drop visceral fat, that's the fat that surrounds your organs, protect and restore sleep habits, and physically train with consistency. These shifts track with better semen parameters and healthier pregnancy metrics across large cohorts. In plain language, studies show that when guys cut their toxic habits, sperm shape up and outcomes get better. Think of it like Yelp reviews. One guy's good choice is like a single 5-star review. It's nice, but no one's changing their habits over one post. When thousands of guys make the same choice, the algorithm shifts and an entire generation is saved. That feedback loop gets loud enough that even the most stubborn man can't ignore it. So, yes, drop the vape, weed, booze, bad sleep habits, and heightened stress levels. It's not just your liver cheering, it's your wife's placenta sending you a thank you card in advance. Let's talk about the toxins that don't come in an obvious package. We're talking about the sneaky stuff, your cologne, your hair gel, your candles, your air fresheners, even the body wash that claims to smell like mountain glacier freedom. All those fragrances are loaded with phthalates and endocrine disruptors. Studies from the Environmental Working Group and Harvard's T.H. Chan School show that daily exposure to these chemicals lowers testosterone, impacts sperm health, and increases oxidative stress. Here's the crazy part. One study found that the average man walks through more than 100 chemical exposures before breakfast. Between showering, grooming, deodorant, and grabbing takeout coffee from a plastic lid. That's not hygiene. That's hormone sabotage. Think of detoxing your home and grooming routine like it's spring cleaning your temple. Swap the fake scents for fresh air, glass over plastic, and real ingredients over chemical cocktails. Even scripture paints this pattern. God called his people to purify before he multiplied them. Detoxing your environment is obedience in action. When you think about risk, don't just think about your own body. Think about the burden you're placing on hers. Every toxin you put in your body is something her body may have to fight against once she's carrying your child. Your choices are not just about you, it's about protecting her capacity. Ephesians 5, verse 25 says, "Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church." Ask yourself, does my lifestyle add to her suffering? Love is defined not as convenience, but sacrifice. Cutting toxins is not just health, it's covenantal love. When you remove what burdens your body, you prepare her body for blessing. Another data point from the World Health Organization says paternal smoking and alcohol use are associated with increased risk of miscarriage, congenital anomalies, and impaired growth. In Letters and Papers from Prison, Dietrich Bonhoeffer wrote, "Love always seeks the highest good of the other, even at personal cost." If nausea is mostly her biology, why does your preconception life still matter? Your preconception life becomes her pregnancy load. Nausea, the science and honor. Severe nausea is tied to placental hormones like GDF-15 and maternal biology. Current science doesn't prove dads determine the primary cause of hyperemesis gravidarum, or HG, which is a severe and debilitating form of pregnancy sickness. But paternal health can influence placental development broadly. So stewardship still protects and honors. A super fit married couple in our community group was known for their extremely beautiful genetics and athletic prowess. Unfortunately, their pregnancies proved to be extremely taxing for the mother who experiences HG, hyperemesis gravidarum, throughout her pregnancies. Another couple I know experienced hardship in placental development with their first pregnancy, which delayed vital nutrients to the fetus and caused the premature birth of their baby girl. She was born tiny for her age, but is thriving today. Both of these mothers carry a heavy load of hidden shame, feeling they alone are responsible for their miserable and traumatic pregnancies. The obvious question is the sole responsibility of the pregnancy theirs alone? Let's connect the dots between maternal biology and paternal stewardship. How both work together like a duet in the symphony of pregnancy outcomes. While science shows maternal biology plays the largest role in nausea, your stewardship still matters. Why? Because your choices can improve placental support, lower stress on her system, and communicate honor when she needs it most. This is wisdom in action. Proverbs 24, verse 5 says, "A wise man is full of strength. A man of knowledge enhances his might." Wisdom is strength, and knowledge builds resilience. Apply knowledge not just to your portfolio, but to your body and future marriage. In the book, The Meaning of Marriage, Tim Keller writes, "Wisdom in relationships is strength applied in love." What exact protocol should a man follow for 90 days? Because you making a baby is you programming a placenta. We've seen what happens when science and stewardship harmonize. But harmony isn't enough if the man never moves. Knowledge without motion still leaves the family waiting. It's time to trade awareness for action and start leading from the inside out. The next section unpacks how to put this revelation into real motion, the game plan that turns conviction into conditioning. Male prenatal protocol. You've got 90 days, so here's the bottom line payoff. Treat this window like spiritual boot camp with a physical mission. Every rep, every plate, every hour of sleep is sewing into your future family. When you show up for your health, you're showing up for your future wife before you've even met her. Start with your foundations first. Clean up your body composition. Get moving, train, sleep, lower heat exposure, detox from toxins. Choose real food over pills. Schedule your medical tune-up and add faith plus accountability. This isn't punishment, it's preemptive protection. You're listening right now and you're thinking, I haven't even found her. Why am I starting the prenatal 90-day daddy detox now? You're the only one who knows your habits right now. If your focus is godly marriage and children, you are the deciding factor for marriage in the next 6 to 12 months. Is there something about your current habits that you're dissatisfied with? And do you expect her to love what you hate about those habits? 90 days is a minimum preconception stewardship strategy. It can take months for your body to clear the residue of your old habits. The sooner you start, the cleaner and the more prepared you are for your next marriage and multiplication chapter to begin. Think about how many areas in your life are disciplined, except the one that sets up your family's physical and hormonal future. We discipline finances, we discipline careers, we discipline hobbies, but neglect the body. This discipline isn't optional. It's covenant preparation. 1 Corinthians 9, verse 27 says, I discipline my body and keep it under control. Paul frames discipline as spiritual warfare. Your 90 days is not punishment. It's preparation for covenant leadership. An Oxford academic article states that lifestyle interventions, including diet, exercise, and sleep, can improve sperm quality within 3 months. Craig Rochelle, in his book, Winning the War in Your Mind, wrote, discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Let's use the copywriting framework called PASS: problem, agitation, solution. Your problem? Men default to passivity. Avoidance feels safer than risking failure in leadership or love. What looks like passivity is often self-preservation masquerading as peace. Your habits and toxic load silently load her pregnancy. The deeper issue may be ununiformed desire rather than laziness. Your agitation? Delay becomes discouragement. Discouragement becomes disengagement. Avoidance dating becomes avoidance in marriage and pregnancy. Unchecked health becomes an inherited burden. There's a misalignment between your intention and your preparation. You're not refusing to act. You're unaware that what you want, a godly wife, children, and legacy, requires preparation in ways you've never been taught. Your solution? The prenatal 90-day daddy detox. Start your detox by cutting out nicotine, cannabis, and alcohol completely. And commit to training your body at least 3 times a week to rebuild clean, strong, and intentional habits. Eat real food. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep consistently. And breathe cleaner air, because dad bod shouldn't mean toxic air filter. Get your labs checked. Pray often. And bring a friend along for accountability, because every hero needs a sidekick and a spiritual spotter. Stewardship is love in advance. You making a baby is you programming a placenta. Program the placenta with obedience, not bad habits. What are your thoughts on the prenatal 90-day daddy detox? What can you do today to hormonally bless her and all your tomorrows together? Watch this video next. Still single? You're not stuck. You're in one of these four stages. Here's what most men don't realize. God isn't sending you someone to match your fantasy. He's preparing someone to match your faith. You're borrowing marketing language like ideal client and turning it into a blueprint for finding your dream life in the woman who will build it with you. Now remember, you're not single by accident. Your singleness is not happening to you. It's happening for you.